Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer was in the market for an upgrade from an old, incredibly loud generator that had served its purpose during power outages. The main goals were to find a quieter inverter model that produced cleaner power suitable for modern electronics and had the flexibility of running on propane. This particular portable power source stood out, especially with its feature that automatically switches between fuel types. After putting the unit through a 5-hour break-in period, testing it with both gasoline and propane under varying loads, our reviewer found that it performs its core function well but isn't without a few small frustrations that kept it from earning a perfect score. For instance, mobility proved to be a challenge from the start, as one of the wheels seemed to have a bent axle, causing it to rub against the body and make the generator difficult to move around. Operationally, a slight power dip occurs for a second when the machine switches from propane back to gasoline, which could potentially be problematic for very sensitive devices. On the design side, this client noted a few quirks. There is no easy-to-access fuel shut-off valve, which complicates the common maintenance practice of running the carburetor dry to prevent fuel from gunking it up. Additionally, you cannot use the 120-volt and 240-volt outlets simultaneously. A switch must be toggled between them. The start button's placement also felt like a misstep, as it's too easy to accidentally press while the engine is running. A final, tiny detail was a noticeable misspelling on the low idle mode button. Despite this list of grievances, the reviewer emphasized that these are minor annoyances. In the big picture, this generator works as intended, and they are willing to overlook these small imperfections given its solid overall performance.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer's new portable generator arrived in good condition, and after reading the manual, they decided to perform an initial inspection. Upon removing the oil cover, our reviewer immediately noticed something wasn't right. Tucked away and almost hidden behind other components was an open-ended hose with a clamp on it. It appeared to be the line connecting the propane intake to the carburetor. After feeling around, this client located a port on the carburetor that seemed to be the correct connection point, and they managed to reattach the hose. The process was quite difficult, however, especially when trying to secure the clamp in the tight space. This client is confident it was an assembly error from the factory, not an issue from shipping, as the hose had a natural S-bend that was not oriented in the right direction for an easy connection. Once this frustrating fix was complete, the rest of the setup went smoothly. The unit started and ran perfectly on both gasoline and propane. All the features like the hour meter and gas gauge functioned as expected. The main purpose for this generator is to provide shore power for a boat, and it has excelled at this task. When connected to the boat's 30A receptacle, it powers everything just like a standard dockside connection, even handling the air conditioner with ease. During a test, the display showed it managing a 1.3 kW load without any trouble. Ultimately, our reviewer is happy with the performance of this machine, but the initial quality control issue with the disconnected hose was a significant disappointment that prevented a perfect rating.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer was really impressed with this portable generator, especially considering the frequent power outages in my area. It seems our power company is even encouraging residents to get generators with rebates, anticipating more disruptions. Initially, I was a bit hesitant because it's a lower wattage than my old open-frame model, but it has powered everything in my house without a problem: fridge, freezer, HVAC, even the well pump. One of the biggest surprises was how quiet it is. My old generator was so loud you couldn't have a normal conversation nearby, but with this one I can easily chat while standing just a few feet away. No more ear-splitting noise, the display is informative, and all the controls are pretty simple to understand. It even came with everything needed to get started: oil, a funnel, a pre-charged battery, and a propane hose. Setting it up only took about 15-20 minutes. Once unboxed, the instructions walk you through connecting the starter battery under one of the side panels, and then adding the oil under the other. Everything is clearly labeled. I opted for propane as my fuel of choice because it's cleaner, easier to handle, feels safer for me, stores for a long time, and is easily available around here. Overall, this generator feels much more fuel efficient than my old one, while still providing consistent and clean power. No flickering lights or any other issues so far, everything runs smoothly.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.